Hey guys, doing review of the 2021 NBA Finals, where in Game One, the Phoenix Suns beat the Milwaukee Bucks 118 to 105. It was a very fun game. It was really good to see two different teams really in the finals. Kind of different from when we used to have LeBron or the Warriors, Spurs, Lakers every year. So it was fun to see. I did want to just kind of mostly focus on what the Phoenix Suns did this game to really take control of Game One here. Um, Obviously, the Suns they've been really strong this postseason. But one thing I did want to mention is really how good the Suns have been all season. A lot of the things you're seeing here, really the pace that they play with, the controlness, the defensive versatility. They've been doing this stuff all season. It's really a credit to Coach Monty Williams, his coaching staff, but also the players as well. They've held themselves accountable. And Coach Monty's held himself and them accountable as well. They play really well team basketball. They're very fun to watch. They're young. They're getting on the pace on the floor. They're running and gunning. So it's really fun. It's basically Chris Paul and a bunch of young guys and Jay Crowder. And they're playing really fun, awesome basketball. And I've really enjoyed watching them all season, but also in this postseason. One of the things actually that I want to mention is how much I really like Coach Monty Williams. One of my favorite quotes from him is that he's not calling you out, he's calling you up. And really, that's something that I like to use, just not in just like in terms of basketball, but also in life as well. So just the fact that he can hold himself accountable, can also hold his team accountable is really something that's really awesome to see. So going into a little bit more of game one here, I'm just gonna really focus on what the Suns did well. As you know, they won game one, 118 to 105. One of the things that I noticed right away is really how great that Paul and Booker worked in the pick and roll. They really took advantage of the Bucks drop coverage, whether that was Lopez, Portis, really any other Bucks big. They would punish them, especially Lopez. I honestly didn't think Lopez played that bad. It's just Paul and Booker are just gonna hit those tough shots. That's what they do. That's what they've been doing all season, all postseason, and really all their careers. They did. The Bucks did switch a lot as well, and it didn't matter. Chris Paul and Booker were not just finding shots for themselves. They're really aggressive, especially Paul in the third quarter. But they were taking the initiative, attacking the rim, getting to the line. Booker, maybe he did get a couple, fishy calls here, but he was being aggressive. He was getting himself to the free throw line, and he's done that all season and really all postseason long. Um, I thought that CP3 and Booker were also switch hunting a lot, which is what they're really good at. They're going to be looking to find the weakness in your defense, and they really hunted Lopez in those pick and rolls. Bucks will obviously adjust. Maybe they'll stop switching less, or maybe they'll want to be more aggressive on their hedges. They'll throw a wrinkle on it, but it'll be interesting to see how the Suns then counter react to that. Another big talking point in Game One for me was fast break points. The Suns had more fast break points than the Bucks, which is really interesting. If you watch this Bucks team, they're one of the best transition teams in the league. In fact, they might have been the best this postseason. But I thought what was interesting was how the Suns' fresh legs beat them down the court consistently. You could tell that fatigue played a big factor. The Suns were able to really get going on transition. Booker, Paul, Middleton, or not Middleton, Bridges were all able to like get in transition and get some easy layups or draw some fouls. Uh, I thought DeAndre Ayton had a really good balanced game, especially as a roller. I talked about in my NBA Finals preview how Ayton is going to be able to be get a lot of alley oops just because of how the Bucks are aggressive, really in their pick and roll defense and their switches. And he was able to get on the boards, get up top, and get some alley oops. He was able to get on the offensive glass as well. I think he had 19 rebounds, and some of them were offensive rebounds. He was able to get and get more possession for his team. I thought Mikael Bridges, who as well in my preview, I thought was going to be a big X factor in this series, was really great as a cutter, and he was able to hit threes consistently. Bridges, he's really had an up and down postseason. Really good series against LA and the Nuggets, where really showed out. Kind of struggled versus the Clippers and their wings, but he really showed out tonight. And then one of my favorite stats going on this postseason now are the Suns are 10-1 when Bridges scores in double figures this postseason. So you can tell when he's getting going, you know that the Suns have a third answer, a fourth answer even. That's not their big three, and you'll be punished when Bridges is really on. And then going on a little bit more here, I want to talk about what the Suns did on defense. Honestly, I was a little bit more impressed about what the Suns did on defense than on offense, because I don't think the Bucks' defense was really not that bad. I think the Bucks' offense struggled more than their defense did, and that's due to the how the Suns play defense. They One of the interesting things they I saw that early on was they were really letting Giannis kind of play one on one with Ayton and Crowder. Speaking of Ayton Crowder, you don't really get better defensive players on Giannis. That's not Crowder and Ayton. Those two are just physical, big, can move. And even though Giannis got his points, you can tell that they got him in a couple uncomfortable positions. I think Crowder got a couple offensive fouls and a couple turnovers on Giannis as well. So those two are going to be really big in this series as it goes on. They really harassed the open lanes and got turnovers and were able to get on transition. They were able to kind of like, especially Drew Holiday, get him to pick up his dribble. They're not scared of his shooting, so they're able to really like play him up close. He's able to drive by you, but they had help defenders right in the middle of the lane, getting to the ball, getting steals. Suns are long. We got Bridges, Crowder, Ayton. Those guys are all really athletic and long. Can get their hands on the ball, can get their hands inside you, and force turnovers. I thought Booker played a really good defensive game. One of the matchup stats that I got from NBA.com is the Bucks shot 1-11 when Booker was the primary defender, and Holiday and Middleton combined to go 0-9 against Booker as a primary defender. So that's going to be something to interesting to watch. I mentioned in my preview as well that Booker's gotten really better as an on-ball defender. He still has his struggles off-ball, but that's really something that kind of comes along as well as you play on. But he's really become a strong, good, headstrong defender, on-ball defender. I thought DeAndre Ayton played really well defensively again, defending the pick and roll and also really defending the rim. The Bucks surprisingly didn't shoot that well, really around the rim, and I think it was due to Ayton's defensive presence. So that'll be all for this video. Thank you guys for listening. I'm going to be doing hopefully a game 2 review as well. I'm looking to see what adjustments that the Bucks do, and then what counter adjustments that Monty Williams has. Again, man, this Suns team has been really awesome to watch, and they have 3 more wins to do it. Win their first NBA title in franchise history. Thank you guys for listening. As always, make sure to subscribe and like and comment. All you need to do. This is Anime Fan OP 2016. Thank you guys.